Zero Suits. I'm sure his set count with Gray is a lot longer than that. So he definitely has the experience. Kaysen, been a top player, Johnwick3 for a long time. So I'm sure he's had his fair share of Kazuya's as well.
Absolutely. So, I think they're both very familiar with the characters, but
pair of veterans, not each other.
Yes, when these people are at this high skill, Coach and I were talking, you tend to see innovations for characters with people that are this good. That will play them in different manners that a regular average Joe playing that character would.
100%. I actually heard I heard Gray and Johnwick talking earlier about some sort of like different things they could try against Kazuya, different tech and Zero Suit tricks they could try. So definitely scheming.
We're seeing some tough offense out the gate here from Johnwick3.
Yeah.
He's got him at 104.
Very potent in neutral. Really good job of abusing Zero Suit's movement. He's just all over the place. Ichigo can't land a hit.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the few flaws of Kazuya.
And the greatest strength of Zero Suit.
That is a 0 to death to start off this set. That's a commanding message. If there's nothing else like it.
So Ichigo looking to fire back there. Barely drops his combo, though. Johnwick just tearing him up, tearing him to shreds. Electric hits behind. There's the Kazuya we know and love.
It wouldn't be Kazuya without that, win or lose.
No, and Ichigo himself is a very goofy player. He would love to see Kazuya's electric, totally
absolutely.
whipping, but still hitting somehow.
Yeah, but I mean, he's getting stuffed right now. It's tough to get those electrics or let alone anything else out right about now. Yeah, when you got Johnwick3 at your throat.
Yeah, Johnwick is he's such high pressure.
That's gonna take the second stock.
Yeah.
He's at 67.
Yeah, only 67 on the board. Johnwick going crazy right now.
I mean, I don't want to call things early, but if you were Ichigo, you have to at least be considering what adjustments you make for Game 2, assuming things stay the way that they have been.
Ichigo, known for his Pac-Man. I don't know how he feels about Pac-Man Zero Suit, but it might be just enough to throw Johnwick off, because clearly this, although without major adjustments, this isn't working out so well.
Yeah, he's all over him thus far. He will take one stock, though, so you cannot call a match before it is over, obviously, but the dominant fashion that we've been seeing early on has been very impressive.
Especially not against Ichigo, very explosive player. We'll see that here.
Oh, there's electric.
Yep, quick 40%. Not quite enough to even this up, even on percents, while meanwhile he's on a whole stock of a deficit here.
Yeah.
Looks like he is fighting back, though. We're seeing a lot more energy from him now.
Yeah, we're seeing some signs of life here from Ichigo and Kazuya. However, he's at 102. I'd say he's within reasonable range of a nice upbeat.
There's another stock.
He evens out the stock.
You can't count him out.
Call it.
Can't call it yet. Zero Suit very easily blown up. She does have pretty good disadvantage and stuff with flip kick, but I mean, if she gets the hit like the wrong way a couple times, then Ichigo will bring this right back.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how good your disadvantage it is, you don't want to be in disadvantage against Kazuya.
Never.
Put.
Yep, there's the parry. His parries have been really strong this game. Then almost all of his openings in neutral have been off of parries, so yet again. Oh, he drops the
frustrating some of his attempts to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's parried some of the the last 3 aerials that hit him, and all of them he electric.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean, I think Johnwick3 is getting a little frustrated and looking for a kill move here just to end it because he's being so dominant. When you get in the mindset of just killing is when you make other mistakes that could potentially be taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
We're seeing a little bit of that here.
Yeah, you can see him slow down a bit too to a more poking play style, but I mean, poking, there's more interactions that way, right? So more interactions, more chances you're going to get hit. Exactly. And that could spell the end for him.
Of course, he's at 48, which some people would argue is still 4% for Kazuya. However,
absolutely.
Kazuya here at 159.
Another parry. This is the conversion again. Again, if he had that conversion, that's a dead Johnwick3. So pretty much an even game right now. Although
it's terrifying playing against Kazuya like that.
Up throw probably gonna start killing pretty soon here. Yep, not quite. Maybe around 200 or so. Kazuya quite heavy.
This is looking a little bit like one of your Sheik matches.
yeah, like Red Ryu. He lived at over 200 multiple times. That was
commentated
awesome.
that. It was crazy.
That's not gonna do it.
Not
up throw,
safe on shield, but not enough to kill.
Yeah. Johnwick3 right now probably kicking himself for not using like boost kick or something, but
there you
that'll
go.
do it.
Finally seal that up. I think you got to be a little concerned though there if you ran that back that far. I had initially thought that this would be a very solid mental advantage for Johnwick, but
no.
If you're Ichigo, you got to be sitting a little more comfortable than you were before, knowing that you've got him a little bit worried.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a reverse 3 stock. So if he goes into the game 2 playing that exact same way, then the momentum's all going to be with him, even if he's down a game, which could be huge for the outcome of the set.
Yeah, I mean, a reverse 3 stock is definitely crushing morale-wise, but an almost 3 stock is almost more of a paranoia type of in-your-head kind of thing. Exactly. It didn't happen, and so it's not a crushing thing, You gotta be thinking about it all. What happened?
Yeah,
you got the same characters. Will it happen again? Who knows?
ICHIGO with his Kazuya looming in the background of John Wick's mind as he tries to focus on this match. It's a mental game. Yeah, especially as the players get better, it's so much of a mental game. So much to keep track of. Oh, good platform tech chase from ICHIGO.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of a leave me alone. Electric.
Yeah. Yeah, and now Ichigo's the one with a pretty strong lead from the beginning. Not taking a stock quite yet. Never out of reach with Kazuya, so.
Yep, he got him some pretty high percentages. Stock. I mean, he's definitely fighting back a little bit. But that out of the gate, that was some pretty lightning quick offense.
Yeah, you could see there actually Ichigo's up B being stuffed out barely by John Wick's jab. That up B would have killed 100%. And that down B will as well.
Yeah, definitely will.
ICHIGO, strong start to this game 2.
He's had some momentum flowing in him ever since game 1, and
yeah,
continuing into game 2 here.
I've heard some other commentators discussing earlier the importance and strength of winning game 2. And I mean, if ICHIGO keeps going like it is, all of the set's momentum is going to be with him.
I would personally argue I believe game 1 a little more important, but I definitely see what you, not the bands. I think the mentality is more important than people realize. Maybe that's just me being a more traditional fan as well talking, but yeah, I think the momentum-wise game 1 is important, but position-wise game 2 is absolutely critical in a best of 5 like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see John Wick kind of bringing it back to even, like, neutral positioning-wise, but he's still down that early stock from the very beginning.
Absolutely. 1-1 versus 2-0. You know,
high stakes platform tech chase. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. One stock up here for Kazuya, but as we saw last game, nothing is over until it's actually over.
Yeah, I mean, John Wick almost 3-stocked in game 1, so there's no telling if he gets the right momentum and the right reads, he might just bring this right back.
Very much so. I think both of these characters have the potential for that. Once they get an opening, put up some pretty nasty, dangerous combos. Ooh, caught him with an out smash up.
Boost kick, that'll do it.
That will take a
Only
stock.
66% on him.
That is very doable.
That's a couple hits.
Game.
That's a couple hits for Zero Suit. So he's very much in there.
Suddenly 2 hits from Kazuya and you're at 9.
Yeah, 30 damage from like 2 aerials. It's gotta be rough. But up smash is raw.
Just threw it out. I mean,
yeah, just raw gameplay.
It's when you least expect it that it really hits hard.
I mean, you can do the ICHIGO cheers erupting from the crowd. I mean, yeah, it's a really back and forth set so far, and it's only game 2.
Yeah,
just like
absolutely heading into game 3, 1-1, momentum feels pretty dang even.
Yeah. Although, I mean, like, ICHIGO looking stronger, obviously, as he had a comeback in game 1, and he did win game 2. So going into game 3,
I think he's got to be sitting strong mentally. But I also think, I don't think John Wick is necessarily flustered too much. He was a little bit toward the end of game 1. I think he's gotten that out of his system. But now he's got Joker in his system.
Yeah,
so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, the new character pick might just be what he needs to switch this up enough to throw ICHIGO off. Because, I mean, if you have multiple characters, that's the real strength, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I mean, I was discussing with other commentators before the importance of adjustments in longer sets like this, especially when you are the top players. Because raw skill can get you some blitz, some very quick wins in short sets. It can lead to pretty dominant stuff. When you are in a longer set against someone who is just as skilled as you, the most important part is making adjustments whether you are winning or losing.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's also like, sometimes habits are easier to pick up on than to change, right? So if you have a really bad habit and someone catches onto it, sometimes a character switch, you have totally different habits. So they have a whole new set to take up on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're still stuck playing the same character.
Whereas you also see almost sometimes loops on some of the same habits. You'll see someone adjust to a habit and then the adjustment made to that habit, but then they'll forget about it and go back to the habit before and it'll start working again. It's longer sets, you gotta have a good memory too.
Yeah, incredibly important to keep in mind all the different adjustments you've already made and how many options they have to go for. And right now, I mean, this Joker looks like it's working.
It very much is percentage-wise.
Yeah.
Kazuya is dangerous, so you need to finish off stocks pretty quickly or else Kazuya can make you pay.
Although Rage Drive is off of the table now, that doesn't mean that John Wick is remotely spared. There's another Sen out though, so hopefully he can get this kill soon.
I mean, otherwise, that's what you got to do with Arsene. If it goes by and you haven't killed him by the end of your Arsene.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be relying on like down throw or back throw as Joker, which is really not what you want.
Yeah.
Like back airs off stage.
Oh, he catches it right near the end of the Arsene period with the back air, taking the first stock here on Wick.
Yeah, you can tell he definitely favors these characters with higher mobility too, opting between Zero Suit and Joker are 2 of the slipperiest characters in the game.
Indeed, but if you can control them well, going through your opponent's guard, especially a character like Kazuya that can have a lot of lag on certain To be able to go completely around and then back in on his deep imperative to win a matchup like that.
Yeah, it's absolutely not just the strengths of like Zero Suit to move defensively, but offensively as well. I mean, Joker, like his nair, he scrunches into a little ball as he twirls around. But
look at that, stock taken here.
Stock taken, but it
evened up again with Kazuya.
74%.
That might as well be the same percent.
True, and here it goes. Oh, misses the up B. Pretty much even though Arsene is
back
out.
To stage safely. Yeah, you are right. Arsene here, evening it up.
Yeah, and this is really like the point for Johnwick to make his money out of Joker. I mean, Arsene is so powerful if used correctly. Sometimes it's hard to get those openings because Ichigo's gonna be even more like wary now that he can die to like back air like that.
Yeah, tough move, but you're right that if you can wait out Arsene, suddenly you've got yourself in a much better position, and you may have your opponent in a mentally worse position once they realize that Arsene's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
I am very curious what the mental sides of having Arsene in and out are.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, if I'm playing Joker and I have Arsene, it stresses me out. I feel like I have to do something. I have to engage. Joker really doesn't. I mean, gun is an incredibly potent tool from like a mid-range. You don't need to approach, you just gun him down.
Yeah, that's very true.
The damage racks up really fast with Arsene gun. And his side B is crazy too.
Yeah, I think it is the threat of Arsene that may be just as dangerous as the character itself.
Absolutely.
Now here, you're seeing Ichigo on his last stock this game. Johnwick trying to get some insurance off while he's got an extra stock to work.
Yeah, those side Bs racking up damage pretty well over
I'm sure he would love to get Arsene out right now and just try and finish off while he can and not worry about his next stock, but he's got to live that long against Kazuya Mishu.
Yeah, 2 Arsenes against Kazuya is crazy. You need some really good play or some really good Rebels guards to be able to get 2 Arsenes out of Kazuya.
Yeah, but now you got to either kill him or wait and try and get Arsene to kill him. Arsene is dangerous when you're facing this against this kind of character. Yeah. I don't know what Johnwick is looking for here.
You can definitely see too that he's opting to play incredibly defensively. Like he really doesn't want to throw this lead. He was down gunning between platforms and stuff. He was just kind of chilling in the air, dancing around Ichigo.
Yeah, I think some flashes of game 1 coming back a little bit here. Make sure he doesn't sacrifice any advantages. There we go. He played patient. He got the F smash.
Yeah, and
that will take game 3. Johnwick up 2-1.
Yeah, shield on the Gengar medium from ledge, as it's called. So I've heard. Able to take that F smash, take that game 3.
And alrighty, we go game 4. Johnwick can't move on here.
Yeah.
And this is we were talking also earlier about the stakes of this tournament. Now that you've got a fun on the line.
For sure, absolutely. And I'm not familiar if or sure if how many of the players who are currently in top 4 are any of them already Summit qualified?
None of them are.
None of them
None
are.
of the top 6.
Wow.
Which is absolutely crazy. So that means everyone here is hungry. They have something to prove. And of course they wouldn't do this normally, but they really are not going to settle for anything less. Where they are.
It's more than payout and pride. There's a whole event riding on the line with more payout and more pride.
Indeed. Yeah, absolutely. That is why I think no matter what kind of terrible situations you may find yourself in, you cannot afford to give up even an inch, give up for even a second in reality.
Yeah, especially playing against some of these more mentally demanding characters. Like playing against Kazuya is so mentally taxing. You have to worry about everything. So that really puts a drain, especially on these longer sets with so many Kazuyas in this bracket. I'm sure some of these top players are exhausted.
But right now, Johnwick keeping him toward the edge for a while there, racked up a good amount of damage. Got him getting within kill percent and half an Arsene gauge. Never mind, no Arsene gauge.
One comeback mechanic trumps the other, yeah. Now it just depends on how long Ichigo can hold onto the stock. I really feel like he can build a lead, but it looks like it might be gone already.
Oh, almost.
That
is a no Arsene moment.
That
is a no Arsene moment.
Oh, misses the back air. There we go.
There we go. 3rd time's a charm.
Good edge guard from Johnwick. Yep, he just opts to play safely and wait for Ichigo to make a mistake. Because this Kazuya eventually is gonna have to. He's gonna have to approach or do something because he really can't do anything from the ledge. Not the ledge, from range. He's gonna get chipped down. Laser's not enough.
Absolutely. The fact that these characters are both so strong up close, yet have some of the most ranged options I've ever seen.
Wow, that almost killing. Yeah, I mean just like laser, Aegon, Aha, gun. Like these are all pretty solid options to use. They can kind of battle at a range, but I feel like Joker's definitely going to win that. Kazuya is going to need to like go in.
Ooh, that up B though will take a stock.
Yeah, pretty good read from
And
Ichigo.
only at 45 here. Ichigo, it's got to be liking his position here, but he's got to capitalize on it. Keep putting on the gas pedal.
Yeah, and keep his stock. The longer he holds on to this, the more stress John Wick's going to have to actually take it. Because I doubt you want a Game 5 against someone like Kazuya or someone like Ichigo, who adapts so well.
Yeah, both of them for sure. I think you could say they both have comeback mechanics.
They do, yeah. But into their player mindsets, they both have comeback mechanics. I mean, Ichigo making some great adjustments between this game and the last one. But it's not like he was like John Wick was all gimmicks. Like he definitely like won that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Well, both players knew what was up. So
yeah. And still holding on to the stock. Got 58 damage off on John Wick so far. I'm sure he'd like a little more. But Arsene is out.
Here's his chance for an edge guard. Goes high. Yep, back air gonna do it.
Got him. I think the moment he picked high, I think he realized he may have made a minor mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard, especially like Arsene Joker has so many threats just between like down gun, he can go Aegon if you go at a certain angle, like back air, counter. Does a lot of choices.
He made some great usage out of that Arsene time. That was very nice. He's suddenly back in the lead.
Yeah, he turned half a bar into about 90%.
Wow.
Quite potent. Although Rage Drive on the table, I mean,
it is.
One Kazuya combo like puts him at 60. Rage Drive input version will kill, especially with all this rage.
Man, insane. Let us see what comes out here.
There it is.
Yeah.
He gets few chances. He really needs to make the most of some of those.
The combo off it.
Yeah, I mean with Kazuya with rage, he just struggles sometimes. You know?
Yeah, I mean you do have to convert no matter what electric or whatever else you catch him.
What?
Oh my!
It looked like he grabbed him through the platform. I could tell he like was falling off to the side, but it really looked like he just grabbed him through it.
And we are going to a Game 5. People here are absolutely hyped about it. Yeah. This is it. I didn't think I'd be saying that a Kazuya set would be this hype. But however, I've been saying a lot of bizarre things I wouldn't think I'd be saying today, including a Steve set.
True. Yeah, Caden Steve does put in a lot of work. We also have King Bang is here tonight with us. And Pack Smash has also dabbled a bit in Steve. So we have a good few Steve players here with us.
Absolutely, and I think this tournament, these good of players can make any character seem that interesting. They have that all night long.
Absolutely. I think part of it too is the sheer pressure of Kazuya, the sheer doom. He really makes a villain sometimes, where it's like you have to watch John Wick. Like he has to like make art with his movement. He has to like play perfectly, and it's like magic the way he has to move around to actually survive against Kazuya.
Well, absolutely, but it is a beautiful art form when it is in perfect form. And we are seeing a pretty good form right now in the early goings here of Game 5, the deciding game of this set. Here in winners finals, winner gets a shot at grands and an immediate opportunity for that Samus spot.
Yeah, you get that safety. You don't have to go. You don't have to touch losers. Not unless you get upset like grands.
You don't have to try and aim for a reset with such a crowd in such a high stake environment.
Yeah, that has to add to the stress entirely. I mean, you don't want to go to losers when it's like everyone's here.
Yeah, pressure is very much real. That was a footstool on neutral. Not going to talk about that.
And this might be death.
Whoa. Kazuya Mishima.
Yep, there he goes. Yeah. Wow, Ichigo pulling that one out of, never mind. He didn't pull that from anywhere. He would never.
No, surely not.
Yeah, definitely strong conversion from Ichigo. Definitely looking to push his lead here, keep that stock. John Wick, I'd imagine, be a little frustrated. I mean, quite the percent lead. You could camp.
But he takes with that up smash right there. It's pretty close again.
Yeah, proving he is unshaken.
Yeah, and I think that has been the narrative of this set. No matter what lead one side has gotten out to, the other side has never let their guard down nor get flustered by it necessarily.
Yeah, both players of steel mind here.
and that's what you got to have if you want a shot at someone. You need to have those steel nerves. You need to have the acting under pressure of the capabilities. And I know every person in the top 6 absolutely does.
Yep, that counter, untackable. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's the downside of Kazuya doing so much damage. You counter anything, he probably just dies.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen that counter more now that I think about it.
Yeah, we have seen John Wick going for it a few times, but Ichigo's been really good about positioning himself away from it.
But when you're off stage, you don't have much of a choice.
No, especially if you don't have a jump or anything like that.
Yeah.
Positioning around. Really looking for this Game 5 win. I mean, momentum is in John Wick's favor, I think.
Absolutely. Ichigo on his last stock here of this set. That's got to be in his mind a little bit. You can't let it get to you.
Yeah, I imagine there's some confidence in being on winner's side. Like,
True.
you have
fun.
a chance if you lose. It's not all or
the
nothing.
spike, not enough.
Not quite.
Johnwick maintains the stock advantage for a little bit longer.
Rage drives here. I mean, if ICHIGO can take this stock while keeping Rage Drive, he's not out remotely.
Oh, absolutely. That is.
I'll keep the stock.
That's such a DLC moment.
Take it. Yeah, Rage Drive very strong. It also just increases his damage, like flat out. Kind of crazy.
And again, Johnwick maybe trying to see if he can catch an Arsene here on this stock while having a spare one in his pocket.
Yeah,
you gotta
at least
like
one. Yeah. Yeah, and you can tell he's not. He has a massive lead. I mean, he has a stock, and ICHIGO's at 140.
Oh, there is the Arsene. He just
killing.
reflected the projectile, didn't he?
Yeah, he just
At the instant Arsene comes out, the jab.
F-tilt almost not killing. That's crazy.
Yeah, F-tilt. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. What a set. People are clapping for that one, man. For good reason.
Excellent play from Johnwick.
What a set between Johnwick and ICHIGO. Johnwick coming out 3-2. He will be moving on to grand finals, but don't go anywhere. ICHIGO will be back.